What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your appointment setting free fucking course. Now, I don't know how long this is going to be, but this is just going to be straight information. If you've been watching a bunch of guys and trying to just gain real info, but you haven't been able to, watch this because I'm going to try my absolute best to give this to you. Okay, this is a no bullshit video. This is exactly how I ended up doing about $176,000 in my year. So my first year of appointment setting. Now, I'm not saying that you got to make 100 grand in your first year. Okay, I just worked hard for this. So I'm not saying that you're going to fucking do that. But what I am saying is if you work hard and you do the things I'm going to be telling you, maybe you'll be able to. All right, so let's jump straight into it. All right, I'm sorry about the way I look right now. I'm just kind of comfortable and I just wanted to make this video for you guys. All right, but anyway, let's fucking get into it. What is appointment setting? The example that I like to give is a bit of a role play. All right, you might have heard this, you might have not, but I'm gonna give you a role play. So let's say, for example, you are fully trained at what you do. Okay, so you know everything about appointment setting for this example. You're fully trained, you're qualified and everything. You're then going to go over to Instagram and message coaches. That's what I teach people to do, to message coaches. Why coaches and not agency owners or other businesses? Because coaches will make you the most fucking money. Out of all the industries, in this sort of thing, coaches charge the most, an average of about $10,000 and up, which means that you'll get a commission of that. Okay, so you message a coach on Instagram and say, hey, I love what you do. Are you looking for an appointment setter? In this case, let's say they are, and it's a fitness coach. The fitness coach will say, yes, I'm super busy, I don't have time, I need someone in the DMs, let's bring you on. You're then going to go onto their Instagram and message people for them. Okay, so you'll be messaging people that message them, you'll message people that like a post, like a video, comment on a reel, whatever it is, you'll be messaging people as them. Okay, and let's say someone comments on a photo, you're gonna message that person and say, hey, how's your fitness journey going? For this example, they're gonna give you a bit of a 10 message sequence. The message will probably go on for 10 to 12 messages. And then you will then pitch a call. Okay, so you're gonna be like, hey, I love talking to you through message, but I would love to talk to you further through the phone so we can actually dive deeper into your journey. How does that sound? They're gonna say, fuck yeah. You're gonna send them a link to book them onto the call. And then the coach that you work for is going to take the call. You don't take the call, the coach takes the call. And if that person that you set in the DMs buys the coach's program, you will make 5 to 10% commission, which is on average about $500 to $1,000. Capiche? Amazing. Okay, I feel like a lot of people kind of fuck around with what appointment setting is. Literally, it's just sending messages for an existing business owner because they don't have the fucking time to do it, okay? But anyway, let's move on. This is an example, okay? So here are messages that led to a book call. So we talked, okay? You can see here, you can pause this and read it if you want. We talked, we had a conversation, and then I pitched the call. I said, hey, I'd love to talk more on the phone if you're available. He said, fuck yeah. We got on the phone, we talked a bit more, and then he bought the program. Okay, so this is an example of what appointment setting can look like, okay? Why appointment setting for a coach, not an agency or business? I just explained this, but basically a coach, the first reason is because there are literally hundreds of thousands of them. You can go onto Instagram and look up coach, fitness coach, dating coach, business coach, executive coach, photography coach, baseball coach, car sales coach, appointment setting coach, fucking lot of them, okay? That's one of the reasons. And the second reason is, again, because these people charge the most. Okay, the average is it can be about $8,000 to $10,000, okay? Which means that you'll get a good commission from that, which means that you make more for your efforts, so your labor. And that can also be upwards to, $50,000 to $100,000, and you get 10% or 5% or 2% of $50,000 to $100,000. That's a big chunk of money. You're not going to get that job first. Okay, so you'll need your experience working for someone that's charging maybe $8,000 to $10,000. But when you get good at appointment setting, you can then do appointment setting for bigger people and make a lot more money. Okay. This is an example of a few guys that I would appointment set for. Okay, so here's one. Okay, you might have seen these guys. We've got a fitness coach, another fitness coach. We've got another fitness coach, and then an Instagram ads coach. Okay, so this is just to show you how much people there are. This is what it looks like. So you'll go into Instagram, look up fitness coach, and then these guys will come up. You will then message them saying, hey, I'd love to get on the phone, da 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 da, blah, 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 blah. And then you will appointment set for them. Okay? So this is what a fitness coach looks like. I just want to give you all the marbles so then you don't have any questions. So by now we know what appointment setting is. We know how much money we can make. We know the people that we're going to work for, and we're only 5 minutes in, okay? The demand. So a lot of people have the question of, is this in demand? Is this saturated? With all the housing costs and everything, especially in Australia and other places, is this not fucked? A valid question, okay? I did a quick Google search. This is probably more, but this is what it gave me. Is appointment setting in demand? There is a growing number of businesses who rely on appointment setters to start, and the projected growth rate of appointment setting is increasing by 6% from 2018 to 2028. And that is a fair chunk of percent. The thing that I want you to keep in mind in this is that that's 6% increase through COVID, through the financial crisis, through crypto stuff, through scandals and wars and bombs and everything. It's still been increasing by 6%. That is almost unheard of, especially right now. And that is because as long as there is a business in this world, a coach or an agency, there is also an appointment setter. And as we know, the world would have no world if there wasn't a business, agency, or coach. Okay, so that means that the appointment setters will never go out of demand, I guess. Okay. Common questions. Why would they let you on their Instagram? This is one I get a lot. So why would someone with a big following let a complete stranger onto their Instagram account? Now, I like to use this example. When you go and apply for a job, you are a random person, but they still let you work for them. Why do they allow that? Because most of the time you sign a contract, and in that contract, it basically says what you can do, what you can't do, how much you're going to get paid, what are the rules, what are the times you work. It is the same for this. Before these people will hopefully, before they let you onto their Instagram, they will give you a contract. Now, don't be scared. It'll literally take you 2 seconds to sign, and they're pretty chill contracts, okay? And on that contract, it'll say, you can't do this, you can't do this, you're doing this, you're doing this, this is how much commission you're gonna earn, and things like that, okay? So that is why they allow you on the Instagram account, because they are giving you a contract, which gives you that safety and assurance, and also them, okay? Great. Is the market saturated? I feel like we covered this in the last one. The market will never be saturated. It's like, if a Hungry Jack's or McDonald's or KFC opens up next to my house, because a new store opened up, does that mean it's saturated? No, because the growing number of people that eat that food is always increasing every single day. So it's the same for appointment setters. Because the business owners and agencies and coaches are constantly increasing, that means the appointment setters are constantly increasing as well, okay? Great. How many hours do I need to put in? Let's be completely honest, transparent, straightforward, and no bullshit. Not that many. Okay, when you're first starting, you will need to put in the most. But when I first started and made that $100,000, I was working 2 jobs at the time. Okay, on average, I would say at the start, maybe 3 to 4 hours a day, just so you can learn the ropes. But then once you get good after like a week, it is probably no more than 2.5 hours a day. And for your reference, that is split up. Okay, so you don't have to do 2 hours from 6 to 8 or 7. You can split it up. So some of the morning, afternoon, nighttime, whenever you feel like it, that's when you can send DMs, okay? Do I need training or experience? Now I'm going to give you another role play. No, okay, but what I like to say is it's like a job. Okay, if I've got no experience in the workforce and I go and and I want to look for a job, I can go and get a job at Hungry Jack's, KFC, McDonald's, or really any fast food place, but I'm not going to make that much money. Why am I not going to make any money? Because I'm not valued yet, because I don't have that training or experience. But if I get those qualifications or that degree or that certificate or whatever, then I can then go and apply for high paying jobs. It's the same with this. You can go and apply for a job like everyone else does without training and experience, but it'll be a little bit harder and you'll make a lot less money at the start because you're just not good enough. But if you get that training, that experience, then you can get those higher paying jobs that are going to pay you $10 to $15 to $20,000 a month. Okay, great. Okay, amazing. Details of your job. So this is how the messages will go. Okay, so by now we've talked about what appointment setting is, who we work for, the demand, and all these other common questions. Now this is the framework. So a lot of you guys might be asking, how do I actually appointment set? Well, this is the framework, okay? So you start the conversation. Hey, Daniel, how's your fitness journey going, for example? And then the ACCA framework. This is a framework that I personally teach. And this is a framework that every kind of big guy uses. You know, Alex Hormozi, Alex Becker, all the guys, they use this framework. Basically what it means is acknowledge, compliment, and ask. So when you're having a conversation, it's like an art. The better you are at it, the more you can make. So when someone says something, you acknowledge it. Okay, let's say you say, hey, how's your fitness journey going? And they say, yeah, pretty bad. What a lot of people do is they say, okay, great, let's get on a call. You want to acknowledge it. Dude, I'm so sorry about how you're feeling right now. Really, I am, because when I first started my fitness journey, I felt the same way. I felt kind of alone because I didn't think anybody was going through what I was going through. Okay, so that's acknowledging. Now, compliment. Okay, so then you might give them a compliment. But honestly, man, I think you're a really good person. I think you have a lot of potential. And I think you doubt yourself a lot more than what you should be. And then you ask a question. How long have you been doubting yourself for? Okay, so in the conversation with every single message that person sends, you're going to be acknowledging, complimenting. If you can, you don't always have to be complimenting, but if the time is right, then do it. And then ask another question to keep the conversation going, okay? And you build rapport. And what rapport means is basically building up a conversation to build trust. So you don't just want to say, hey, how's your fitness journey going? Great, let's get on the phone, because they don't trust you enough yet. You want to ask 8 to 10 questions and actually understand who they are and what they do, okay, and build a rapport. And then at the end, you pitch a call. So at the end of the conversation, when you feel like you've asked enough questions and you feel like they know, or you feel like you know enough about them as a person, you will then pitch them a call. And that'll go, hey, after this conversation today and after everything you've told me, I honestly do feel what you're going through and I would love to talk further on the phone. Would you be down for that? And then they're going to say yes. And then you're going to say, great, here's my calendar. Please book in. Let me know what time you book in so I can make sure that it went through on my side. And then we can actually jump on the phone and talk about the things that we talked about here. Does that sound good? They're going to say, great, thank you so much. Okay, that is it. So whatever video you've seen on appointment setting and they didn't tell you this, get it out of your head, because this is all you need to know. Example. Now I'm not going to read this because honestly my throat hurts a little bit, but here's an example. Pause this. Okay, please pause this. This is an example of what it looks like live. So I run a coaching program called Dynamo Setters, as you can see here. And in that program, I basically train people that don't know what they're doing into knowing what they, actually doing, and then getting them jobs and things like that. I basically train people the art of sales and to learn appointment setting jobs. And on one of our sales calls, we actually did a live role play of what a live conversation would look like. So pause this and read this. This is exactly what your conversations will look like when you're doing it yourself. Okay, great, amazing. So where do you find jobs? Okay, this is what a lot of people won't tell you, but I'm going to tell you. And the reason I'm going to tell you is because I've also had a lot of people on the call, like on calls that I've taken, tell me, Nathaniel, I've been watching videos for 12 months, but everyone kind of keeps the source. They don't actually tell me the things that I need to know. So I want to do that this video. Where do you find jobs? On Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Okay, these are the 3 places that you'll find jobs. That's it. So Facebook groups, Instagram DMs, so messaging people, and Twitter. Those are the 3 places. Don't go on Indeed or Seek, because they will give you appointment setting jobs for businesses, which means that you're going to be on a salary, which means that you're going to earn $40,000 a year rather than being on commission and making 100 grand a year. Okay? But these are the 3 places that you find jobs. Jobs by repetition. So what this means is the more you apply, the higher chances you have to actually land in a job. It makes sense, right? Jobs by repetition. Okay, so when you apply for your first job, your second job, and your third job, you're probably going to get denied or not even get a response. But if you can keep doing it and you keep getting better at your scripts and things that you're saying, then you're going to give yourself a higher chance of actually getting into that job that you want to get into, okay? And what do you do when you land a job? So let's say you've landed a job now, okay? You landed a job. These are the 3 places that you'll find a job. Let's say you found one and you're inside of it. What do you do next? You ask questions, okay? You need to ask questions about the offer. You need to ask questions about their marketing. You need to ask questions about, is this an inbound job or an outbound job? You need to ask questions, how much money do they normally make a month? How many leads do they normally get a month? The best thing you can do as a new appointment setter is ask as many questions as possible, because the chances are the coach that you work for doesn't have a lot of time, which means that they can't sit there and hold your hand the whole time. Okay, so you're probably going to spend a week or 2, just really dialing in the basics. And then you're going to literally go into the deep end and start sending DMs. And if that coach sees that you don't know what you're doing, you're probably going to get fired, because this is a be good or be eaten situation. Okay, so the best thing you can do is ask as many questions as possible, and ask those questions that I told you earlier. What is your marketing strategy? How many leads do you normally get a month? How much money in revenue do you normally make a month? How many DMs are normally started? What are the best conversation starters? Can you show me a conversation that you've had with someone that has bought your program, so I know how a conversation should go? Okay, ask these questions, because it's going to give you peace of mind, but it's also going to help you a lot, okay? But that's it. Okay, that's your free appointment setting course. Yeah, normally I would go on this big spill, if you're serious and you want to learn more about appointment setting and you want to work with me and all that other bullshit, book a call with me. I'm not going to do that whole ramble. My calendar is in the description if you do want to book a call with me. But at the end of the day, I kind of want to make this video for free and give you guys the information that you guys actually want and need. Okay, so I hope this worked. Well, not even worked. I hope this does work. And I hope you learned something from this video, and I hope you can actually use this and take action. Because remember, information is useless unless you take action. So remember to take action on the things that you learn, okay? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a comment or a like or a subscribe or whatever the fuck if you want. And I look forward to seeing your journey. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. See you then.